We're all very familiar with the saying, life's too short, but how often do we really stop and think about that? That's what I'm thinking about today. Hey, before we jump into today's topic, I wanted to ask you to share this with other people if you find it valuable. If you receive this on email, maybe forward it to somebody that you think might find it useful, or if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, help other people find this information. We're trying to spread the word beyond just the Trinity Financial Planning network with things. So thanks for doing that, and your friends will thank you too, I think. So on to today's topic about life's too short. You know, at this time of the year, this is coming out in early July, it's right around my birthday. I tend to find things that make me reflect on, I guess, the meaning of life and some of those big picture things. Perhaps it's because I'm sort of feeling reflective at this time of the year. But a year ago at this time, I had come across a great chart that maps out an entire lifetime in terms of weeks going across and then years going down. Here's a little visual of what that looks like, and I had a whole episode on it last year, episode 35. We'll put a link in the show notes if you haven't watched that one, or if you kind of forgot about it. It's worth a quick look. And what I really thought was useful about this sort of map, if you will, or pictorial, was it showed both what's out in front of us as far as life goes and what's behind us. Allows us to put some touch points in there. And for me, it was really valuable seeing, as much the water that's under the bridge as what's in front of me. And actually, we had some handouts from that. I had gotten copies of it from waitbutwhy.com, and we've still got extra copies if anybody's interested. My problem with that, it was like poster size. It was like 2 feet long and 3 feet tall. It was really cool, but just too big for me to really be useful. But let us know if you're interested in a copy of that. But then recently I was attending a webinar, and the speaker was talking about how she thinks about this with regard to her family. She had 4 children and had put together just a real simple spreadsheet talking about how much longer they had as a family together, and she let us use it. She sent us copies of it. And so I'll show you what I put together for my family. And it was focused on summers. You see the column over on the left-hand side about where the summers come in. And how many more summers do we have left? And you can see for my family, including this year, we've got 7 more summers left until Jack's out of high school. And, you think about that, you think, okay, yeah, life is short and those things. But when you put it into numbers, you go 7 more times to, 4th of July celebrations and the things we do, and just that sort of thing. It really makes it tangible. Maybe that's my real point with these exercises, is this esoteric thing we all know and believe, but when you see it in numbers, when I see the number of 7, and of course I kind of chuckle to myself that, 7 is probably wishful thinking for me, because by the time the boys get their driver's licenses and are deep into sports and all the other things, right, we probably don't have the same kind of summers for the next 7 years as we did in the past, right? So wishful thinking perhaps that we have all the same summers, but that concept of things is it's a finite time, right? And we all know that it's a finite time. When you put it into writing, you can see I put down some landmarks in there. I just think it can be really useful to help us think about what's important. What do you want to do? What do I want to do with those next 7 summers, right? And of course, the person that put this together was focusing on her family. For me, that's really important. As I look at this, though, it could be, what about putting your parents in there and their ages? How many more years do they have left? How many more years do you have? You could put any number of different things in here and sort of map out and put it into numbers. What's important to you? And to take a look at that, I think could be really useful. So if you're interested, we've got a copy. We got permission to share this. Would be happy to send you a copy. You can shoot me an email directly, or if you're watching on YouTube, put a comment in the comment box. We'll get you a copy of this to use. And hopefully it's useful for you in thinking about, what the future holds and quantifying that finite time that we all have. Thanks for watching.